I've talked about all the phases, and I've talked about primary and secondary errors, and I've talked about how to correct those errors. Now I'm going into the levers. Now to break it down to the physics and the biomechanics of it all. I'm just going to be a nice, brief, simple introduction amongst it all. So, again, levers, there's three different types of levers. And in baseball is a sport, especially when you're pitching, you're going to be using all three types of levers. The first lever you're using is when your elbow, your arm is at a flexion state, and then it eventually, as you follow through and all and force it into that acceleration, it begins to turn and go into that extension state. That's where the first class lever is being into play. Second class lever is partakes when your wrist is being flexed and your wrist is being used to like throw the ball and then release it and all, and you're like just being able to like throw it. And also with your ankles, as you're turning and everything, your ankles are being used. It's just your lever two is this again with your wrist and ankles being used. And lastly is lever three. Lever three is being used with a combination of your bicep, elbow, and shoulder muscle. They're all being used together, and as you're going to that full force of acceleration, and that's when you're going to be used. That's when it's going to be used, and lever three comes into play again with your elbow, bicep, and shoulder muscle all coming into play together. Is a result of lever three.